Hey folks, I'm Camille Who Armstrong, the performing arts renaissance woman. For over 40 years, I've worked as a performer, educator, consultant, and coach. But most importantly, I'm a parent. From classrooms to stages to bedtime routines, I've spent my life nurturing creativity, character, and connection in the next generation. This series is for you, whether you're expecting, learning as you go, or parenting for the first time, or even third time around. I'm here to share the insights, tools, and real talk I've gathered over 4 decades of hands on experience. Welcome to Camille Who, the Child Whisperer. I'm so glad you're here. How do we help our children get through painful moments like vaccinations without creating more fear and anxiety and mistrust? I'm Camille Who, the Child Whisperer, and that's what we're talking about in this video. One of the hardest things as a parent is seeing your child go through some pain. It's hard to see them fall. It's hard to see them get cut. It's hard to see them drop something on their foot, like just get hurt. Like these are hard moments for parents, but they happen. And vaccinations, if your child is, if you are, because there are some parents that are not getting, their child immunized, and that's for their reasons. By all means, go ahead, build up your child's immune system in an all natural way. By all means, I don't judge you. But for the ones who are, for you who are taking your child through the immunization process, that is a tough one as a parent to watch your child go through. But it does not have to be as bad as we make it. Okay? I'm going to ask you as the adult, do you remember your vaccinations? Do you remember your immunizations as a child? No. So guess what? Your child forgets it. Look, I've had 4 children and I honestly just forgot how painful it is to deliver every single time. I don't even know how that happens, but our bodies don't remember. Our brains do not remember the pain. So if we can forget the pain after 1, 2, 3 children, right? Then an immunization, like a vaccine, is so quick. It's a pinch. It's sore for a week. It's done. But like even the pinch is like a pinch and it's over. And so if we look at it through those lens, then we see that it's actually not as bad as we make it, okay? I think the hardest part, the most anxiety is really coming from seeing, you're anticipating that your child is going to go through this pain and you're going to see them cry and it's going to break your heart. I get it. Parents, it's hard. It's heartbreaking to see your child cry because of pain that you couldn't prevent or you couldn't stop. On the other side of this, what we are teaching is we're teaching our children that pain comes, it goes, it happens. It happens. It comes and it goes. That there's someone there to support them, that it's okay to cry, and that it'll be over. Now, I think because of the anxiety that parents tend to have going into vaccines, going to get their child vaccinated, is they just know that it's coming, right? They know it's going to be heartbreaking. They know their child's going to cry. They know their child's going to get hurt. They know that they get, like, all of these things that you're thinking about that did not happen yet. What's happening is you're building up an anxiety within yourself that our babies, infants, they're borrowing our nervous system. Okay, they're learning how to be calm in situations. They're learning how to freak out in situations, and if we don't freak out, they won't freak out. If we stay calm, they will stay calm. Yes, they will cry. After they cry, it's over. Right? It's just a moment in time. Like your poopy diaper, your diaper's full. You're gonna cry. You get the diaper changed. You don't cry anymore. It's literally that quick. Your baby's tired, they're going to cry. You put them down for a nap, they're not crying anymore. It's that quick. If you think of it that way, it'll be over before you know it. Many parents, because of this anxiety that they already have, because of this, they know that, I mean, it's already coming. Because of this anxiety that they've already built up within themselves, they tend to lie to their children. For example, you're going to the doctors, you say things like, we're going to the doctors, but don't worry, you're not going to get a vaccine. Oh my God. Then there's the other thing, the other kind of lie that like sort of minimizes what's going to happen, or like, we're going to the doctors and you're going to get a vaccine and don't worry, it won't hurt. Oh man. Or you're going to get a shot, but don't worry, it won't hurt. Mm. Come on now. Right away, your child is learning that, wait a minute, my dad said I was going to the doctors and I wasn't going to get a shot, and I'm getting a shot. So that's number one. I'm going to not trust my mom or my dad. Number two, my mom said it won't hurt, and it hurt. My dad said it's not going to hurt, and it hurt. Guess what? Number two reasons why I don't trust my parent. And listen, to build a mistrust between parent and child, you are your child's universe. What they learn from you, that household, that's their first institution. They're going to go out into the world not trusting people. That's where it starts. Okay. Not only that, mistrust also turns into lack of confidence. It turns into frustration. It turns into meltdowns. It turns into lack of confidence. It turns into not having emotional like regulation and emotional intelligence. Woo! See what I'm saying? Another thing that parents do is they start to visibly build up their own anxiety. Like they don't realize that they're doing it. They're like, okay, all right, honey. We're gonna go in. It's gonna be okay. All right, it's gonna be okay. Like things like that. Just like, why you keep saying it's gonna be okay? Like if someone tells you like, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. Why are you saying I'm sorry so much? Like, what have you really done here? Okay. Like think about it, right? Put yourself in their shoes, what they're actually experiencing you do. They're seeing you go, it's okay, it's all right, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Why are you telling me it's okay so much? It must be not okay, because that's what they're going to believe now. And now they're seeing you build up trying to like make it okay, but they're just picking up on that anxiety vibe and they become anxious themselves. Another thing parents do is distract, like try to excessively distract to try to avoid what's coming. Like, all right, we're gonna go to this thing, and then well, yeah, we're at the doctors. You know what I mean? Or here's some toys. Here's some yeah, I'm gonna get you some ice cream. Like just these like it's not why. What's going on? What, because this is not normal. Right. Your child's gonna pick up on like they know their daily movie already. They know what happens on a daily basis. And going into this direction in the car is different. And you're trying to make it seem like, right? Like you're trying to make it seem like, no, it's fine, everything's happy, we're happy, happy, happy. Come on now. Anyway, so these are the things that parents do, right? So they either lie or they minimize what's going to happen, or they start to like get anxious themselves in anticipation of what's about to happen. I've heard parents say like, oh, I think he remembers the doctor from the last time. No, he don't. No, she does not. They do not remember because their daily movie, the doctor's not in their daily movie. They don't see the doctor every day. They don't get a shot every day. It's not their routine. They don't. So like they're not traumatized. Trust me. They got it. It's done. It's over. They've like long forgotten about it after the soreness is gone. Like it's not a part of their daily movie. So yes, like I've heard this, they remember it and they're traumatized, or they're scared of the doctors now. They're not scared. They are picking up on the fear and the anxiety that you are putting out. What parents are unintentionally teaching is that pain should always be avoided, that adults cannot be trusted to tell the truth, that scary things happen without warning. That's not fair. And that they should escape the uncomfortable things rather than go through them and deal with them. That's what we're unintentionally teaching our children. What we need to be teaching our children is that difficulties happen in life, that they come and they go, that they can trust their parents to tell them what's coming, and that they're supported, that they have someone there. How often have we gone through something and we call a friend, like that friend that not like, we don't need that friend to tell us how to fix it. Well, we don't need that friend that's going to make us feel worse, or panic with us. We need that friend to just go, man, that is hard. I can't even imagine what you're going through right now. Sometimes that's all you need, is that kind of support. But they're there and you can lay it there. You can sort of like just go through it, and they're just there for support. And sometimes that's the only thing that we need, just to get through the moment. And phew, all right, I'm good. Thank you so much for just hugging me. Thank you so much for not trying to fix my problems. Thank you so much for not being judgmental. Thank you so much for not panicking and freaking out because of the feelings that I had to go through and I expressed to you. Sometimes that's like the best thing that a friend can do. And so that's the best thing that a parent can do in those moments. Then our child trusts us. Trust builds confidence, and confidence builds emotional security. And emotional security helps children develop resilience. As I've said before, our job as parents is not always to make the painful moments disappear. We are to guide them through it, right? To like validate their feelings and help them move through it. Help them talk about it, communicate it, and really just be there, especially with a vaccine. Like, be there. Just be there. This is what I used to do with my children. We're going to the doctors tomorrow or next week. Like, just whatever you need to. We're going to the doctors on Thursday. You are getting a vaccine. It is going to pinch, but I'll be here. Done. By the time, and listen, these immunizations, they happen a lot. By the time they were like, okay, 2 years old, 3 years old, my kids were not crying anymore. They knew it was coming, right? I prepared them in their brains to know that, okay, that's gonna come. It's gonna be a pinch, right? And then I kind of coached my children through it. Like I would always hold them. That's how this is how they did it back in the day, in the old school. I don't know how they do it now, but I would hold my child between my legs and, sort of like hold them firmly. And bam, they get the shot. Yes, they cry, but I'm holding them firmly. It's a big giant hug, physically reassures them. And so I did that throughout, I don't know, age 1, 2, 3, 4. I think like by the time they got to like 3, maybe, my children were, all of them were like they weren't crying anymore. Like, and it was the same thing. They learned to trust me. They knew that, okay, we're gonna get a shot today and it's gonna pinch, but it'll be fine. When they were like 2 years old, I think, before they turned three, I know that. I really just took them through that series. Like, okay, here we go. Let's go. Breathe. And that's it. Like, that was the most that they did. And then, okay, like, because at first I was like, we can look at that painting while we breathe. Ready? Breathe in. Listen, by the time my children were like 3 years old, they were like, I want to see it. Like, they wanted to watch the shot happen. But the point is like, it just turned into like, but they knew it was over. They didn't cry anymore. They didn't cry. Like, I wasn't anxious. They weren't anxious. They got through the shot. They knew I was there. They knew I didn't lie to them. They trusted me. And it's over. And we're done. These were emotionally secure children. My children did not have an unhappy disposition. They were not frustrated kids. They were not meltdown kids. My kids were happy. I mean, happy to take a nap. I had one child that was like, why I gotta take a nap? Okay, maybe not like that, but he was like, I don't want to take a nap. And then like 10 minutes later, he's knocked out with everybody else. Like, look, this is the part of the program where you take a nap. And then he would sleep for like 2, 3 hours. And then he'd get up nice and refreshed. Okay. Until then he went past the crying stage and then he was just talking. And he was like, why I gotta have a nap? Why do we have to have a nap? It's just like 2 year old. I had to remind myself, like, you are two. Okay. I'm having this conversation with this 2 year old. Why do we have to have a nap every time? But they weren't free. Like, he was a happy kid. Like, my children were, they just had just a happy disposition. They learned emotional intelligence early. They learned how to roll with things. They just were like self-adjusted. They learned executive function really early. They learned how to, and these are the steps that I took them through. That's why I share this with people, because I see parents and I see a lot of people who help parents, and God bless them, because if people through who help uh parents who have gotten to the point of their child is melting down all the time. Their child hits them or bites them or scratches or screams or like that whole, like, all of that stuff, like, but I'm teaching you what to do to prevent that to begin with. Like, so you don't have to repair that later. So you don't have to roll with that later. I'm teaching you how to like learn that, oh, we don't tolerate this. There is a consequence for that. There is a constant consequence for that, or there is a consistent, simple consequence for that. Now we move through it. We're good. Okay. Give me hugs. Done. Like, it is over. We have a time and a place for everything. You should not feel good about doing something wrong. Now you have to do this because you've done something wrong. Now they have that correlation to doing something wrong. They avoid doing something wrong. Now they learn right from wrong in that way. Now they're like, no, I'm good. I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that because I like playing. I like being happy in Happy Town. My children had happy dispositions because they just trusted us as parents. They trusted us to tell them the truth, whether the truth hurt or not. They trusted it. They knew that I would tell them the truth. And like, prepare them for what's coming, and not try to hide it, and not try to lie about it, and not try to brush it under the rug. Like that, they knew it. And we moved through it, and we talked about it, we communicated it, and they were just happy kids. I didn't have to deal with those like the scratching and the biting and the hitting and the kicking. Like, none of that. Those tantrums, not didn't happen. right? That's why I teach you. So to recap, step one, tell the truth. Tell the truth. Even if the truth hurts, it's the truth. This builds the trust between you and your child. And when you've told the truth, then even if you have a little anxiety, you know that it's coming. At least you have it. You're not trying to like make the truth look good, make the lie look good, on top of your own anxiety, right? But most importantly, your child is learning to trust you. And when they trust you, they have confidence in you and they have confidence in everything. Like in everything that they know that you're going to do for them, right? Or like the world that you create for them, they have confidence. Step two, stay calm. Stay calm. You know that bad things happen. You know that you can't avoid it. You know that it's going to be heartbreaking for you, but the more calm you are, and this is one of those things you probably have to train yourself to do, but you can keep telling yourself, I'm going to stay calm. I'm going to just breathe through it. This is hard, right? Validate your own feeling. This is hard, but I know we're going to get through it. And I know I'm going to be there for support, and I know it's going to be over. Stay calm. If you stay calm, they will stay calm. What they're learning is this is hard. I don't like it, but they're getting through it. They can get through it because they have support. The feeling comes and it goes. This too shall pass. Step three, validate their feelings. It's okay. Oof, I feel for you, baby. Yes, I know, I know. Sometimes some of one of the best things to tell your child, and even if they're even like, have an attitude, they're in protest about something, you go, I know. One of the best things to say to your child is, I know, I know, I know, I know. But this is what has to happen. Or I know, but I'm trying to keep you safe. But I know, and it's not cool. And this is what we're going to do. I know, because I know says it's teaching them that it's okay to feel what they're feeling, right? But it doesn't necessarily teach that their feelings are in control. It just teaches that, it just validates their feelings. I know that was scary. Ooh, I know. I know you didn't like it, but I'm right here. What you want to avoid is, see, that wasn't bad. Oh, don't do it. Don't do it. See, that wasn't bad, right? See? No, it's okay. It's okay, right? See, it's okay. It's not okay. And that's okay that it's not okay. So you want to validate like what they're feeling is very real and you want them to honor it. You want to honor their feelings and you want them to honor their feelings. And the best way to honor and best way to move through feelings is to validate, put a name to it and let them walk through it. And they will. And you're there. They have support. They're not alone. And step four, focus on the support part, not on the rescue, right? Like you don't want to like, okay, right, I'm gonna make you happy. I'm gonna make you happy. No, 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 no. I got you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I know. Literally seconds later. The more steady you stay and steadfast, the more supportive you are, not trying to make them stop crying or take away, like try to make them happy right away. The more just like a hug is priceless. A firm hug is priceless because the feeling, it's a shot. So it's going to be painful. It's going to slowly go away. And it'll be sore. When they get back home, you give them Tylenol. That's going to help them get through even the next few hours in the day. And you're going to slowly forget about it. I'm not minimizing your feelings as a parent. Trust me, there have been many times where I'm screaming and crying inside, but I have to breathe through it because I now have to be something else for my child. And that's the idea, is that this is not, sometimes it's not about your experience, it's about their experience in that moment, like what they need to see happen, what they need to experience happen. we almost have to put a mask on. We almost have to be actors. We almost have to be someone else and just like even though we're heartbroken inside, but even that, it's over. It's over. Trust me. Okay? I got you. I'm Camille Who, the Child Whisperer, and I am out of here. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Camille Who, the Child Whisperer. A heartfelt thank you to the generous supporters of the Books and Beyond campaign. This series wouldn't be possible without you. If you're a new or expecting parent, I created Better Parent, Better Future just for you. I empower first-time parents to embrace a positive mindset and navigate those early parenting years with confidence and joy. Click the link in the description to learn more or to find out how we can work together. Until next time, keep showing up, keep growing, and keep leading with love.